Mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're here. Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we've got the green Batman up in the background there, spinning around. It's a bit windy, it's a bit chilly. It's in Kent. I'm just back from work and heard the news today that a black man in Minneapolis has been shot dead by a female officer who she mistook a taser for an handgun. Easy mistake. Easy mistake to make. Oh, yeah. But hang on. She's still got an intent to harm him. You know, tasers can kill, man. All for a bit of paper, weren't me. All for a bit of paper. All for a license, insurance policy. He's now dead. I find it an absolute abomination. Hiya, David. You all right? I really do. I can't get my head around how a piece of paper is and who you're protecting when you're shooting dead a man for not having to be able to give you a piece of paper. Who you protect? I tell you who you're protecting. You're protecting the elites. You're protecting the cabal. You're protecting their income stream. That's all. That's the only individual. And I just hope it's all worth it. I hope all these magical pieces of paper like mortgage deeds and banknotes are so worth the loss of life. I really do. I hope at one point it's all so worthwhile that a man has lost his life because he couldn't provide a piece of paper. And because it's just excuses, you're only going to get excuses. Will she ever be held accountable, this constable, for killing this man? Afro-Caribbean. She's crazy, this dog. Get down. The lorry's just come back with the horses. So, will she be held accountable? I don't know. She's on a promise to hell, Kerry Ann. Yeah, you best believe it. The police do not work for us. So, yeah, absolutely right, Dave. You know, I don't care, right? I'm oblivious to skin colour. All I know is that we're all souls and we're just trying to bumble along. That's all I know. I know that we don't pick to come into this world, or do we? I don't know. But I know that whilst we're here, it is flipping volatile. And she's like, "Oh, I've shot him dead." And whoever she's talking to, "Oh, look, I only meant to taser him. Well, you could die with it. Get down, Vixen. Get down. Come on now. It's embarrassing. I'm trying to talk to people here. Oh, there goes the horse. Did you see the horse? Didn't see the horse, did you? So yeah, it's sorry, I got distracted. You can't kill the dead. She will get off with it. Absolutely right, Frank. You know, there's no men and women in this world no more. We're just all persons, and the persons can be dealt with, can be killed. Because let's face it, they claim to own the property. The police, the state, they claim to own everything. And that means if you claim to own it, you can destroy it. She'll get a smack on the wrist at best. This poor geezer, man. Poor, and it's in Minneapolis. I don't know. Is it the same place as George Floyd? That trial's going on at the minute, isn't it? The debauchery with that Derek Chauvin, the copper that asphyxiated him to death. And people say, "Oh, he's this, he's that." Murdered. I don't think we can ever make that right. I don't think we can ever make that poor shooting of that lad today or yesterday. I can't think what is John Dante or something. We can never make it right. You can never justify it just because someone's got a uniform on. It's just you can't justify it. You can't justify any of these actions of these imbeciles in uniform. I just can't justify it. Can you? I don't see as it's right and proper. It's certainly not right and proper. You know what? Because he ain't got any MOT or insurance or a driving license. Who gives a fuck? A man's now dead. A man is now dead, man. Civil unrest is going to be rife in America in the next few weeks. Yeah, Frank, you're right, mate. Elaine Clark, hello, sweetheart. Prayers are our powers. Yes, I agree with you, Elaine. Spot on. Carrie Ann O'Neill, lovely to see you. All on a promise to hell. Yeah, they are. Listen, I always go to the Bible for my reference. I know it's the word of God. I know it's the law. I know that the system as a big reverence for the Bible. And so I always go to the Bible, and it clearly says in the Bible, every man keeps a book of deeds. Every man. Now, we're all sinners. We've all done stuff we ought not to have done. We all done stuff we probably regret and think, oh, shouldn't have done that. But we've done it nonetheless, and we will be judged for it. We will be judged. And there's no legal lawsuit that can be, ever expunged. The police officer might think they got off with it, but they haven't, because they've marked their soul. Their soul is now tarnished. Their soul will burn in the fiery pit. It's a promise. It's God's promise. It's not me leaning into my own interpretation. God says, if you take one of your brother's blood or spill his blood, I'm going to require yours. Clearly, that is a commandment of God. And the book is the book. So I don't know what's going on. Fiona Pullen. Hello, sweetheart. Frankie McLaren, you make me laugh, all your numbers. Yeah, 322 days after. Yes, I mean, Frank, who knows? I don't know. I just know that this law enforcement, and look, there's only one lawgiver, one lawmaker, and it's not man. It's really not man. It's so sad that they sweep this under the carpet. They come up with all the justifications, she had a bad day, can't hold it. But she's been judged. She's killed a man, and God's going to require her soul, her blood. She's not going to get away with it, because everyone gets judged. You might think while you're in your fleshly form that you're getting away with stuff. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you don't. And that's just the truth. The book don't lie. Elaine, lovely to see you, darling. Hope everyone's okay. Yeah, the pubs are now open. The high streets are open. They've got tents out outside that you can sit in, have a bit of grub and have a pint. All the tables and heaters. No different from inside the pub. I don't get that. And all the time that this stuff's going on, I'm not patronising none of these, not as though I was ever a big pub goer anyway. But there's no way I'm going and putting my energy into this, into this, whatever it is. I really don't know. The media are race baiting. I think you're right, Wes. I don't look. I've got no. I don't see. I see people. I just see souls. Whether they're black, they're white, Chinese. People are people. Souls are souls. And all it means is if you've got black skin, that your indigenous families come from closer to the equator than we did, because the closer you get to the equator, the darker your skin color needs to be to protect you from the sun. And that's the only difference. We're all still souls. We're all still spirits. We're all equal, every single one of us. And I just think this has all got to stop. It really has. It's disgusting. But they will just make up a load of excuses for this woman copper. They really will. And she'll get away with murder. She's murdered this man. And for what? Why all... And this is the thing. I don't like our legal system. And legality is not reality. Remember that. Legality is just hocus pocus. But why do we have to have long-winded, like, people are been fighting? My mate, Carl Grant, he's been fighting for justice for his son's deaf Prince for years. And he gets so frustrated, and I understand his frustration. Justice should be swift, if someone murders someone, bomb, it's murder, bomb, you're dealt with. It's all this long-winded bullshit, all that stuff we're in, man. The legal system is the biggest fuck up this world's ever seen, and it is the mafia. Make no mistakes about it. And I don't care. My words just move from my lips. They are the mafia. All these years I've been on this earth, and DMX has died, bless him, and he's 50-year-old rap. I used to like DMX stuff. X gonna give it to you and all that. He passed away the other day, didn't he? 50 years of age. It's very sad. But all this legal stuff, it's mucked us up beyond belief. We need to get back to lawful. We really do. They're desperate to get their guns on America. Yeah, I think you're right, Elaine. I think it could be that. You don't know, do you? Was his name Dante or something? Kerry Ann makes a really valid point. Marshall Wade, lovely to see you, gorgeous. Charlie Barton, white son. Kerry Ann says the money off that birth certificate because the dead can't speak. You're right, mate. You're right. Legal system is the biggest fraud ever played on humanity. Same as poor Terry Lubbock and his son in Michael Barrymore's Paul. No justice yet. Now, that's one thing I wouldn't do. If Barrymore ever rang me up and said, "Do you want to come to a party?" I'll make sure I'd stay well away from that swimming pool. I will be going nowhere near it. So look, I've not long been in. I've just in for a cup of tea and I'm going to go have a shower and that. But the news today that, a year after George Floyd got murdered, and you can say George was this, George was that. He didn't deserve death, and he certainly never deserved death that way. If he was a scumbag, then he was a scumbag. And the law should have been administered fairly, and he could have been incarcerated or whatever. But to actually choke the man to death the way they did was just, there's no excuses and there's no justification. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's no justification in these people in this public system, and we've let them run this country. We must be really stupid to have allowed these people to do what they're doing to us. We really must. Mankind is in a really shit state. Let's be honest with you. But we've got to sort this mess out. This it's gone too far. And today, a female constable in America, an officer, which is a fiction, an officer is a fiction, has supposedly meant to pull a taser and pulled a handgun after 26 years in the job. Why do they call it in the job? Why do, when they get a call, we've got a job to go to? How did policing ever become jobs? That word bothers me immensely. Job. Oh, well, yeah, we went out so-and-so last night, did a job. I'm like, you didn't do a job. You're only there preventing crime. That's all you should be. Anyway, peeps, I'm off for a shower. I might come back to you a little bit later. Come and join me on my Facebook page as well. I'm back on live after a year's ban. I know, it's hard work, isn't it? Biggest fraud going. Kerry Ann, you're unbelievably right, mate. White versus black is the play, an easy way to divide and conquer. It's always been about divide and conquer. Always. Look, don't get me wrong. There's bad white people. There's bad Chinese people. There's bad black people. There's bad and good and bad in everything. That's the yin and the yang of the universe. It's just how it works. But is a black man any worth any less than a white man? No, not a chance. We're all equal. Every single one of us. There's good souls and bad souls. That's just the end of it. Fancy going live when I'm in the bath? Ooh, you slut bucket. The copper will get off lightly and the riots will start. Yeah, they're making it happen, aren't they? Zevi Zircon. All right, Gorge. Yeah, I certainly won't go to Barrymore's house, especially in that swimming pool. My God, Terry Lubbock. Yeah, it's so sad, that story. I mean, they must have been up to no good, mustn't they? Probably drugs induced and all that sort of stuff that goes on in that Champagne Charlie world. I'm quite glad I've never been involved in any of that nonsense. I've led quite a clean life, really, ladies and gentlemen, quite a clean life. And I'm glad for it. I am. I'm very glad. Anyway, I'll be back with you soon. Stay blessed. I was going to say stay safe, but I hate them words. Just enjoy yourselves. And, we are doing what we're doing. People are evil for chasing that paper about time the bank shut. It's the banks, the bankers are the curse of this earth. They really are. They need proper scourging. They really do. We need a fair system. We need a fair system, one that works for us and not against us. Bless you. Shining bro, Zevi Zircon, gorgeous, mate. Lovely to see you. Stay sane. Yeah, I try to, Fiona. I really do. I'll be back with you all very, very soon. And just be... refused entry to Shell Waitrose Garage Day was aggressively shouted at, even though I explained why I don't wear them. Looney Tunes, the country's gone mad. The country and the people have gone mad. It is Russian roulette. The government have really done a number. A big, huge number. They've done a big turd in the middle of your lounge floor, and now everyone's got to dance around it. It's just a joke. Government are, for me, they're the devil's work. They are the devil's advocate. I really do believe that they're very dark, nasty people, and certainly not a country that I believed I grew up in. No, I don't like this communistic way this is all going. But hopefully, if enough stand strong and stand firm and use their brains, we'll bring mankind back to mankind, and get rid of all this person business and the legal system, because it's the mafia. It's the mafia that own it, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'm off. I need to go and have a shower and sort myself out. So stay blessed, stay loved. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care now.